Hi, my name is Jerry. I use the pronouns he or him, they or them, and recently I just started using the pronoun per, which is short for person, and perfect. Thank you so much for joining me today on mindfulness meditation. So I'm going to be leading some breathing exercises that I would love for you to join me on. First, you're going to need to find somewhere nice and comfortable and clean, of course, to lay down flat on your back. And I invite you to find that spot, get comfy, and close your eyes. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to read out specific body parts that I want you to squeeze tightly, and then release and take deep breaths as you do it. For taking a deep breath, I want you to imagine blowing into a straw when you're exhaling. So we're going to breathe in through our nose, and we're going to exhale blowing through a straw out of our mouth. Let's try that together. We'll breathe in and out. In and out. Perfect. I'm going to invite you to now keep your eyes closed, and on the count of 3, you're going to tighten all the muscles in your toes and your feet. On 3. 1, 2, 3. And squeeze. Tight, and release. Breathe in and out. In and out. Perfect. Next, we're going to do our toes, our feet, and our ankles on 3. 1, 2, 3. And squeeze. Tight, and release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Next, we're going to do our toes, our feet, our ankles, our shins, and our calves on 3. 1, 2, 3. And squeeze. Tight, and release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Next, we're going to do our toes, our feet, our ankles, our shins, our calves, and our legs. So everything below the waist on 3. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze. Tight, and release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Oh, good job, everyone. Next, we're going to do our toes, our feet, our ankles, our shins, our calves, our legs, our torso, our abdomen, and our chest. So everything in the middle section of our body down to our very tippy toes on 3. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze and tight, and release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Next, we're going to do our toes, our feet, our ankles, our shins, our calves, our legs, our torso, our abdomen, our chest, and our biceps on 3. 1, 2, 3. And squeeze. Tight, and release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Next, we're going to do our toes, our feet, our ankles, our shins, our calves, our legs, our torso, our abdomen, our chest, our biceps, our forearms, and our hands. And fingers. Let's add fingers to that. Okay? On 3. 1, 2, 3. And squeeze. Tight, and release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Good job. And I hope that you can really feel the blood just rushing back into each of those areas that you just finished squeezing and releasing. Lastly, we're going to go above our neck. We're going to do our neck and our face On 3, we're going to squeeze our faces as tight as we can, scrunch our eyes up, scrunch our mouth and our nose up, and we're going to make our face really tiny. On 3, 1, 2, 3, and squeeze, tight, 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 and release. Breathe in and out. In and out. And one more time, we're going to do our face. But after we tighten everything, I want you to open up and make everything big. Open up your mouth, open up your nostrils, open up your eyes. Okay? But first, we're going to squeeze them first. Okay? On 3. 1, 2, 3. And squeeze. Tight, 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 tight. Now open, 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 open. Large. Big, 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 big. And release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. So before I begin today's exercises, I'd like to invite you to send me an email if you have any ideas for visualization exercises or meditation that we can all do that I can share with everyone. I would really appreciate it. I'm going to go through some of the exercises that I've learned, but I would really love to learn from you and learn more. Hi, thank you so much for joining me again. This series of mindfulness meditation is a little different than the other ones we presented before. In the past, we were able to do some visualizations on taming your troll, on visiting your ancient and future guide, which is just another way of looking into yourself to see what the past and the future is really telling you. There's visualizations we did on positive learning and divine energy flow. And I invite you, if you haven't had a chance to take a look, to go through all those visualizations and practice them and make them your own. You can feel free to change up the stretching exercises or modify it the way that your family likes to do it. You can do the visualizations alone or one-on-one, or in a group with more friends and more family members. It's all up to you. Today, I introduced to you a different kind of visualization exercises. Now that we've stretched all the different parts of our body, from our head and our face to our neck, our chest, our abdomen, our waist, our hips, our legs, our calves, our knees, our feet, our ankles, our toes, our arms, our biceps, our forearms, our fingers, our wrists, and we've stretched them all and we've wakened them up. I'm going to invite you to now join us in a different set of visualizations. Visualizations that's much more common and a little different from the ones that we've been doing before. In fact, these visualizations are more easily done at home with any book that you have and any story that you have to share. After stretching now and doing all those warm-up exercises, I invite you to find a nice, comfortable spot to lie down. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. I want you to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And one more time, I want you to breathe deeply, knowing that you are enough. Exhale, feeling grounded to the earth. And I want you to take that feeling with you and enjoy our upcoming journeys with this new technique in visualization. This new technique I'm about to share with you is very simple. Between the stretching exercises, after the warm-up and before the cool down, we're going to encourage children and families now to close your eyes and just listen to a story. Granted, these stories are stories that you might have heard before, especially if you've been tuning in to our EarlyON channel on YouTube and if you've been watching us on our virtual programming. However, I invite you to take on these same stories that you've heard before and think about them in a new way. And that can be what a visualization is. I want you to find somewhere comfortable. I want you to lay down, stay laying down. I want you to focus on your breathing, still breathing deeply. And I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to close your eyes and enjoy the stories that we have to tell you. I want you to imagine different faces for the characters. I want you to imagine things that the illustrator could have drawn or the author could have seen. I want you to imagine being in the story, being part of the adventures that happen. I want you to imagine what's happening inside the story happening to you. So, with that in mind, we're going to go to the storytelling part of our visualization, and then we're going to go to our cool down exercises. I hope you enjoy these next sets of visualization. And if you have any idea of visualization exercises or meditation practices, please don't be shy. Email them to me at jlee@the519.org. That's jlee@the519.org. Don't be shy. I look forward to hearing from you, and your ideas will help us make more videos for our virtual programming and to make our virtual programming even more fun and more exciting for all of you. Keep your eyes closed, breathe deeply, and enjoy the story. Ginger by Charlotte Voig. Note to parents and teachers. What is a pampered cat to do when a pesky kitten moves in? Ginger is a humorous tale of two cats. It offers parents a wonderful way to open discussion about a new baby in the house. Children will welcome the chance to compare and contrast Ginger's plight with their own mixed feelings about welcoming a new sibling. Children learn to read and to love books when adults share their own pleasure in reading and language. Here are a few suggestions for giving the children in your life a lasting love of reading. Surround children with books and writing. Visit your library regularly and make buying new books a frequent treat. Put cloth and board books in the baby's playpen and keep 1 or 2 books in the car for older children. Show children that words are everywhere, and not just in the pages of a book, but also on cereal boxes, billboards, and street signs. Read aloud. Read to your children every day. Read because children will associate the pleasure and intimacy of reading with the experience of books. Make reading an active experience. Use the books you've read as a jumping off point for other discussions with children. This book can be grouped with others on cats, new babies, siblings. Ginger. To Ginger, Oti, and Diggy. Copyright 1997 by Charlotte Voig. Ginger was a lucky cat. He lived with a girl who made him delicious meals. And gave him a beautiful basket where he would curl up and close his eyes. Here he is, fast asleep. But here he is, wide awake again. What's this? A kitten! He'll be a nice new friend for you, Ginger, said the little girl. But Ginger didn't want a new friend, especially one like this. Ginger hoped the kitten would go away.
Everywhere Ginger went, the kitten followed, springing out from behind doors, leaping onto Ginger's back, even eating Ginger's food. What a naughty kitten! But what upset Ginger more than anything was whenever he got into his beautiful basket, the kitten always climbed in too. And the little girl didn't do anything about it. So Ginger decided to leave home. He went out through the cat flap, and he didn't come back. The kitten waited for a while. Then he got into Ginger's basket. It wasn't the same without Ginger. The kitten played with some flowers. Then he found somewhere to sharpen his claws. The little girl found him on the table drinking some milk. "You naughty kitten," she said. "I thought you were with Ginger. Where is he anyway?" She looked in Ginger's basket. "Perhaps he's eating his food," she said. But Ginger wasn't there either. "I hope he's not upset. I hope he hasn't ran away." She put on her galoshes and went out into the garden. And that's where she found him. A very wet, sad, cold Ginger, hiding under a bush. The little girl carried Ginger and the kitten inside. "It's a pity you can't be friends," she said. She gave Ginger a special meal. She gave the kitten a little plate of his own. Then she tucked Ginger into his warm basket. All she could find for the kitten to sleep in was a tiny cardboard box. But the kitten didn't mind, because cats love cardboard boxes, however small they are. So, when the little girl went in to see the two cats again, this is how she found them. And now Ginger and the naughty kitten get along very well. Most of the time. Ginger. Ginger. Charlotte Voigt.
Now that we're back, I would like to conclude this visualization with a cool down exercise. So get back flat on your back again, lie back down on the floor again, and we're going to do exactly the same thing we did in our warm-up exercises with all the same muscles, but we're going to go backwards. So we're going to start with the face and the neck. And on 3, we're going to squeeze them as tightly as we can, and then we're going to open them as widely as possible. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze, tight, 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 and open, 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 big, open, and release. Breathe in and out. Next, we're going to do our neck, our fingers, our hands, and our forearms. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze, tight, 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 and release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Next, our fingers, our hands, our forearms, our biceps. On 3. 1, 2, 3, and squeeze. Tight, 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 and release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Next, we're going to do our fingers, our hands, our forearms, our biceps, our chest, our abdomens, and our torso on 3. 1, 2, 3, and squeeze. Tight, 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 and release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And lastly, we're going to include the whole bottom half. We're going to do everything below the waist, our legs, our calves, our shins, our ankles, our feet, and our toes, along with our chest, our bicep, our torso, our forearms, our hands, and our fingers on 3. 1, 2, 3, and squeeze. Tight, 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 and release. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Perfect. Once again, if you think of any other visualization exercises or things that we can do during these mindfulness meditation circles, I would love to learn about them all. You can email me at jlee@the519.org. That's jlee@the519.org. And I hope that you had a lot of fun with the visualization today, and I hope that I'll see you soon. Goodbye.